Yeah.
You know, I mean, especially the white people. It's a white God. No, it wasn't a white God.
Right,
It was a black guy. So,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
you believe like.
Well, that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
You know, but like, so I can only understand facts that were illegal. So if I can't see the science and the understanding of how things, like, you can't just go, oh, one day he woke up and decided to make the world. Like, no, that doesn't work for me. I need science. I need to understand how it actually happened in evolution and science. It answers those questions.
Okay.
So I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as far as like Christmas, and it's all been manipulated by white people.
Oh, you know.
So what's the point of it?
You know, I totally disagree with like Christmas. Holidays.
Yeah, I mean, they've just converted it.
Yeah. I definitely don't think kids are born.
According to the Bible, all the way up until you die, you know, you're on your deathbed. So, I mean, so basically I can stay on my deathbed, and as long as I believe it, and I'm sure that I will because I'm going to be afraid of dying, you know, I believe in God, I'm sorry for all my sins, I'm going to heaven.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Bible gives you an out. You can be Donald Trump your whole life, and then, you know, right? And then to stay on your deathbed, as long as you, those things, and then he gets to be in heaven. Thank you, I don't want to be there with him. I'd rather go to hell, honestly. But there is no hell, but if there was, I'd rather go there if he can get his way in there. You know what I mean? I just, it's just, to me, it's not true.
No, okay, I definitely understand.
And ever since I've been a kid, my mother put me in Lutheran school. I remember sitting in church thinking, this is a bunch of bullshit. But I could never...
So like from the very beginning, it was kind of hard? Okay.
I knew...
Yeah, because I was just about to say, because you kind of know a little bit, then you have to get all that other stuff out of a period, the TV, the lights.
That's exactly right.
Like you got preachers preaching how to make money more than like I'm out here talking to you because I'm really concerned about what's gonna happen to you when you die. Because the obvious is this: everybody gonna die.
Right.
And
that's one thing for everybody.
That's
Rich,
one thing for
poor,
everybody. Exactly. And so my thing is, I just don't want to die blindly, and because I feel like I know what's gonna happen on the other side. I don't want to live and die blindly because now I feel like because I have information, and whether you receive the information or not, but because I have information, and then I do die, and then God gonna be like, why you ain't at least tell them about the information? At least offer it to them.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's why we out here too, though. I also just want to give people maybe a perspective of God and Jesus in a way where the church did prove them wrong.
Right.
Because
try to change what's going on with the Joel Steens of the world.
Exactly.
Yes,
because so far as
I agree.
As far as my testimony, as far as my testimony, I didn't grow up in church. Like I wasn't a church kid. So I came to God through different trials and tribulations in my life, hard times, circumstances, where my life is completely over, and I was like, you know what?
Right. It was like your last.
It was my last thing, and I said, well, God, if you real, then you got to show up.
Right.
And if you do show up, then show me who you is, so I can know who to trust and follow. So here's the whole concept, and maybe you haven't heard it from this way. Here's the whole concept of God, Jesus, right? So when we talk about God, we're not talking about an actual name, like this is his name,
right? Like a
God,
real
like
being.
Yeah, this is God is a spirit. But we're also talking about just deity, like so you have God, you have humans. God is the highest deity or highest being you're gonna come across, right? And so you have this being who created this world, created a bunch of humans, and the world over years got jacked up, got basically screwed up, right? And so now, in order for him to repair the world and fix it the way he needed to be, he came into the world as a man in human form, in the form of Jesus.
Right.
So we talk about Jesus, we have God in human form, but he actually came so he can experience these things that we go through, the stress.
So he can understand.
So he can understand, so that way we could be like, well, God, I'm going through this, and he say, well, yeah, I understand what you're going through because I went through the same thing. But the difference is that the things we go through, we fall to and mess up in. But the Bible teaches that he never failed in that area. So where he didn't fall in, I mean, he has the answer to the part we can't figure out.
Yeah, I guess.
Bad cops, you have good cops. You have bad Christians, you have good Christians.
Yeah, well, you got a lot of it.
You know what I mean? So they definitely just...
My brother was retired.
Yeah.
The biggest racist ever walked the earth.
Wow. Yeah. But you're such a beautiful lady. You got a beautiful heart.
So sweet.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, no,
to talk with us.
I like, is that your mom or?
Yeah, my grandmother, she passed this year. Yeah, she passed this year from cancer. She died
so
like 5 days after Kobe Bryant died.